My dear friends, this message is for those who carry their struggles quietly. For those who speak to the world with smiles, but speak to themselves with doubt. This space is not built for loud confidence or empty motivation. It is built for quiet hearts that still choose to stand. If you are someone who listens more than they speak, who feels deeply but rarely explains, then this is for you. And if these words reach you, stay. You do not need to announce yourself. Growth does not need noise. Strength does not need permission. When people hear that my English improved, their first question is always the same. Which book did you read? Which teacher trained you? Which course did you follow? And every time I pause, I smile. Not because the answer is impressive, but because it is simple. My English began to change the day I stopped chasing external solutions and started facing my internal silence. It changed the day I closed the book, not in frustration, but in honesty. The day I stopped waiting for someone to give me confidence and decided to speak to myself instead. This routine was not born inside a classroom. It was shaped in ordinary moments inside a home filled with unspoken fears. A place where hesitation sat quietly beside me, where an old familiar voice whispered every day, "You are not enough." I know many of you live with that voice too. You are at home. Time feels limited. Age feels heavy. And somewhere along the way, someone said, "What's the point now?" Those words stayed longer than they should have. And above all, there is that one voice that weighs the most. The voice inside you that says, "This is not for you." Listen to me carefully now. English is not your problem. Your age is not your problem. Your accent is not your problem. The real problem is the silence you were trained to accept. The silence that told you to wait, to hide, to not embarrass yourself. That silence is what needs to be unlearned. My routine has 3 parts, but they are not connected to a clock or a schedule. They move with life. They breathe with you. And before this routine teaches you how to speak English, it introduces you to yourself. Because language is not born outside of us. It is born within us. Words do not come from books first. They come from courage. We do not speak because there is a judge living inside our head. That judge comments on every sentence before it leaves our mouth. This is wrong. Your grammar is weak. People will laugh. I met that judge every day. And one day I made a decision. I chose to stop listening. I chose to let my voice be imperfect every day inside my home. Not in a closed room, but in the middle of daily life, I started speaking to myself. I did not wait for privacy. I did not wait for confidence. I gave myself permission to be wrong. I told myself, today, you will speak, not to impress, but to exist. I spoke while making tea. I spoke while washing dishes. I spoke while walking from one room to another. I did not speak to watch myself. I spoke to hear myself. I would say simple things. I am making tea, even when I knew it sounded broken. Even when it felt childish. I did not stop, because I learned something important very early. Fluency does not come from correctness. It comes from continuity. A language that is suffocated inside cannot suddenly flow outside. Before memorizing vocabulary, I had to free my voice. That was the first step. Daily conversation with myself, no audience, no fear. Just honesty. The second step came when I understood something deeply important. To speak English, we do not need big sentences. We need honest ones. Most people wait for the perfect sentence. But life does not wait. So I told myself, use the words you already have. Every day, I took one single thought and explored it. I feel tired today. Why? Because I worked a lot. And then, but I am proud of myself. This was not taken from any book. It came from my life. I learned that language forms when thought begins to move. When your thoughts are real, language finds its way. You do not need to live in English all day long. You only need a few minutes with full presence. When I spoke, I did not translate from my native language. I followed the feeling. If I felt angry, I said, I am angry. If my heart felt heavy, I said, I feel heavy. Simple words, but truthful ones. And truth strengthens language more than rules ever can. The third step was the hardest and also the most healing. I began listening to myself. We often speak, but we do not listen. We run away from our own voice. One day, I picked up my phone and recorded myself. No posting, no sharing, Just me and my voice. At first it was uncomfortable. My accent sounded strange. My mistakes were clear. And that old voice returned, "Stop this." But I didn't. I listened without punishing myself. I said, "It's okay, you are learning." When you listen without hatred, language is not forced. It is accepted. Every day I listened for just 1 minute. And in that 1 minute, I reclaimed courage. These 3 steps were never taught by a teacher. My silent struggle taught me. I am not against books. I am not against teachers. But I am saying this clearly. If you have not given yourself permission, nothing will ever be enough. Learning English is not about language alone. It is about belief. Your age is not the problem. Your mistakes are not the problem. The belief that you are not enough is the real barrier. The day you release that belief, language takes your hand naturally. You are at home. That is the safest place to learn. No one is grading you. No one is laughing. Just you and your voice. 10 honest minutes a day are enough. 5 truthful sentences are enough. You are not late. You were just not listening to yourself before. Listen today, speak today. Even 1 sentence is enough. When you stop hiding, something gentle happens. Words stop rushing. They arrive calmly. They trust you. One day, you realize you are no longer forcing English. It comes out softly, imperfectly, honestly. And that honesty gives language strength. I used to measure progress by vocabulary. Now I measure it by how little fear I feel when I speak. That is real growth. Most people do not fail at English because they lack intelligence. They fail because they carry shame. Shame from school. Shame from laughter. Shame from correction without kindness. Shame freezes the tongue. So every day I practice kindness with myself. If I forgot a word, I paused. I breathed. I chose another word. Because communication is not perfection. It is connection. Some days we're fluent. Some days we're not. And I stopped judging both. Progress is not a straight line. It is a relationship. The more gently you treat your voice, the more it stays with you. You do not need confidence to start. Speaking builds confidence. You do not need motivation every day. You need one decision. I will not abandon myself today. Slowly, English stops feeling foreign. It becomes another room in your house. You enter without fear. You make mistakes and clean them without drama. This is how learning becomes sustainable. If today you can only speak 1 sentence, speak it with dignity. If today you can only listen, listen kindly. Trying is enough. Every honest attempt rewires something inside you. One day someone will say, "Your English is good," and you will smile. Not because they approved you, but because you already knew. Not because you are perfect, but because you are no longer afraid. English did not change your life. You changed how you treated yourself. And when that realization settles, you stop waiting for permission. You simply speak. That is freedom. English becomes a companion, not a goal. You speak to express, not to impress. People understand you because meaning travels through presence, not grammar. Most fluent people are not flawless. They are relaxed. They stopped fighting themselves. There will be hard days again. Do not quit. Lower expectations, not commitment. Choose rest, not retreat. You are not rebuilding English. You are rebuilding trust with your voice. Fluency arrives quietly. One day it feels normal, and that normal is victory. And when someone says, "I'm too late," you will smile with understanding. It was never about age. It was always about courage. The courage to sound human before sounding correct, so keep going. Speak gently. Practice honestly. Listen kindly. You are not learning a language. You are reclaiming a voice that was always yours.